morning, this is Joy from Enjoy Fitness 43, and today we're going to be doing a chair workout. So what you're going to need is a chair and 2 weights. So here are my 2 weights. And some water to drink and a little bit of room to work out in. So we're going to start with our warm-up. So let's get ourselves started. I'm going to set my little timer for 5 minutes, and sometimes I tap it twice and lose it. So let's start. So make sure that the chair that you're seated in doesn't have arms on it. If it does have arms on it, just make sure you're going to clear the sides when we do any arm movements, and you're not going to crack your elbows on them, because that's smart and we don't want to do that. And just because this is a chair workout, it doesn't mean it's going to be easier than any other workout. It also doesn't mean we're not going to stand. So it's going to be challenging still. We want to make sure that we get into a good squat position. Sometimes when people squat, they fudge and they don't go all the way down, and their booty is still above their knees. So you can see that as I sit here, my knees and my tush are in alignment with each other. So I know that I am in a good squat position. So I'm always talking about how important squats are, because squats help you stand up. So today we're going to put that into practice, and you'll see just how important that is. So if your chair does have arms, and you absolutely have to use those arms to help you stand up, then by all means use them. Otherwise, I need you to follow the directions I'm going to give you and try to stand up without using those arms. Even if you only get 2 squats in, as long as they're good squats, then that's what we're working for, and then you can build up to doing more on your own. Alrighty? So let's raise those arms up. So that's what we're going for. All right, so lifting. So we'll be doing an upper body workout, an ab workout, and a leg workout. And like I said, just because we're sitting in a chair doesn't mean we're going to be staying in that chair. We will be doing our abs and our arms from the chair. But then when we get to our legs, we're going to be doing some of them from the chair, but then we're going to be getting out of the chair for some of them, because that's the whole purpose, is to be able to be independent and to be able to get up out of that chair. All right, so let's go side to side. So just a little rotation. Round and round. So you don't have to move your head with it. You can just move this way, especially if you get dizzy while you're doing it. You know, we're just going round and round. Okay, now we're going to do side bends. Side bends. Reaching. And so when you're doing this, you know, you're making sure that you're solid on your chair so that you aren't going to fall out. You know, you're shifting weight. So usually you can feel that you're shifting weight in your feet. And when you're in a chair, you have to feel that shift of weight in your glutes from one side to the other. So you should be able to feel that as you go down, and know when you need to stop. Okay, so if you need to slow down the movement in order to do that, then just slow it down. It's better to get half the reps in with really good form than to get a whole bunch of sloppy ones in, or to be dangerous while you're doing it, okay? All right, so here we go. Now we're gonna reach up and bring it down like you're reaching on a shelf. I'm getting things up there. So if you're short like me, you have to get used to reaching up for items, because I swear, every time I go to the grocery store, everything I want is on the top shelf. So I have to reach up. Sometimes the things I want are on the bottom shelf. So there goes why we have to be able to squat so I can get down on the bottom shelf too. Okay, let's try the other side. But I mean, if it's on the top shelf, it's on the tippy top shelf. And I have to like practically knock it off there with my fingertips and hope it doesn't conk me on the head. Okay, our time already is up. Boy, I've been talking too much. Okay, let's do our legs a little bit before. That was already 5 minutes, so we're just gonna keep going for just a little bit more. Because I didn't even get to our legs. I was yapping so much. I was warming up my mouth more than I was warming up our body. Yap, yap, yap. Okay, keep going. Okay, let's take a couple out to the side. In and out. Okay, so bring the leg out and roll the ankle. And the other way. The other one, roll the ankle. And the other way. Alrighty, so now we're gonna start. Alright, so let me set our timer. And we're gonna do 15 seconds of rest, 45 seconds of work. And we're going to work for 12 minutes. Go to get my weights. Alrighty. And we're going to start with a bicep curl. So remember, if you have handles, you might want to scooch out just a little bit. Put your legs together so that you squeeze those knees together. And so this way you get a added benefit here. You're working those inner thighs at the same time that you're doing your bicep curl by squeezing those knees together. Get them out of your way so that you're not clunking your legs. Because when you're standing, they're not in your way, right? But when you're seated, they can get in your way while you're trying to do bicep curls. Okay, keep going. Nice little bicep curl. Now, when you're in a chair too, depending on your chair, you might want to put a pillow behind you because it might be one of those chairs that has a curved back or something, and you might be really uncomfortable sitting up. Because we always want you to sit up, okay? But I don't want you to sit like this, okay? Nice and tall. So you might need a pillow behind you to help you to sit up. Okay, turn your knuckles around now. We're going to lean forward just a little bit. We're going to bring those weights out in front, and we're going to do a V. Good. So bicep curl, then our V. Good. Really good for the back. Breathing, squeezing those knees still together. Good job. Keep going. That's it. Lift those arms. This is a doozy. Oh, good. Alrighty. So we're going to bring those arms up. We're going to lift up one arm. Just leave it there. And then we're going to go ahead and take the other arm up. Okay, we're ready. It's a long 15 seconds. Okay, so we're going to pump this arm up. There we go. So you're like, why are we just lifting that other arm and leaving it there? Okay, so stability, shoulder stability is really important. So just holding that weight up there is a workout. And it's also good for your wrist. So being able to just hold that weight up there is going to be working your back and your shoulder and your wrist as we lift and do that push movement with your other side. So remember which arm you did first, which is your push arm and which is your lift arm. Okay, that's exercise number 3. Okay, we're going to do tricep extensions behind us now, okay? because I know not everybody enjoys the over the head one. Okay, so we're gonna lean forward and we're gonna press back. Pressing back. That's it. So remember, you're leaning forward, you're leaving those elbows behind you. So none of this. Don't rock forward. Leave the elbows there. You're bending the elbows. You're not bringing the shoulders back and forth. You're only bending at the elbow and pressing back. Squeeze the tricep. Squeeze the tricep. It's not a big squeeze. It's not like you're really going to feel it. Maybe after a little while you will. And again, I'm squeezing those knees together whenever I can. Good, and you're up tall. You don't have a rounded back, so you're not bent over like this. We want to stay tall. Okay, so we're going to start all over again. Nice and tall. Locking those elbows in. Rounding the shoulders, or rolling the shoulders back. Now rounding up. This is rounding. There we go. Up and down. That's where you breathe. Inhale. Exhale. If you're wondering how to breathe, that's the best way. We always exhale on the exertion, inhale on the flexion. Hard part, easy part. And we don't just throw those arms down, okay? Let's take them down nice and easy. Use that as part of the exercise. Obviously it is, right? So if you had a band instead of your weights, you would take it down slowly because you want to use that resistance to be able to take it down, right? Okay, so we're coming forward, bringing the weights in front, keeping those knees together. We're going to raise them up. Now we're only going shoulder height when you're taking your arms up in your little V. Up we go. So I don't know if it looks higher than that to you, but it's not going much higher. No, it's about shoulder height. Coming into a V, out and then back in. Good. My elbows are bent just a tiny bit. This is straighter. So depending on how heavy your weights are, mine aren't super heavy. I mean, they're 5s. I could even use 3s for this workout, and I would get a big benefit from it, but I don't have any. I might have 3s, but my 5s were out, so that's what I grabbed. But if you want to try heavier weight than that, that's good. Okay, so this is our shoulder extension, okay? So I'm going to raise this side this time, and I'm going to pump with the other arm. Are we ready? Up we go. So I have 4 exercises, and we should be doing 3 sets. So because this is a multi-side exercise, on our last set, we're just going to alternate arms. Whew, feel it on this side already. I did back-to-back shoulder exercises Tuesday and Wednesday, so I feel it on this side today. Like crazy. Did stability work, holding a heavy weight above my head, trying to walk. It was not easy. Found out how weak my left side was, that's for sure. Whew. Okay, so now we're going to do the tricep extensions. Roll the shoulders back. Tuck the elbows back. Lean forward just a little bit. Squeeze the knees. And, are you ready? Breathe. And extend. That's it. Don't just swing your arms. Make sure you're squeezing that tricep as we go back. That's it. So, what are you trying to do with your body? Are you trying to make big gains, big difference in the way your body looks? Of course, you have to eat right first. Drink lots of water. Make sure you're taking the vitamins that you need to. And if you want to see big difference in your body shaping, then you need to lift correctly. So heavier weights a few times a week, 3, maybe 4 times a week. Okay, this is our last set. Okay, are we ready? Okay, bicep curls. And you don't need to lift on every part of your body every single day. You know, you do back and bicep one day, chest and tricep one day, do your quads one day, that's the front of your legs, do your booty another day, do your abs another day, maybe add your shoulders with it. There's lots of different plans out there. You could also get a personal trainer. My workouts are usually full body, and a lot of times they're metabolic, so they're quicker paced, lots of reps, because I like to get my heart rate up while I'm working out too. And even doing a regular workout's going to do that too. Get your heart rate up so you don't have to do a ton of cardio. If you're going to walk in nature, nice and slow, or at a just easy pace so that it's stress reducing, not inducing. Because you want to reduce your cortisol level, and so that you don't create that little strip of belly fat in your tummy. Stretch, stretch, stretch. You've got to stretch. Stretch your fingers, stretch your toes, stretch your neck, stretch your waistline, your knees, all those things that ache. You've got to stretch them. Take care of them. Get on the floor and stretch. Okay, so this is our last set. So we're going to bring the weights up, and we're going to alternate just bringing the weight up this time, okay? So here we go. Almost there. Okay, so we're going to alternate lifting. What I like about alternating is that it really accentuates all the way through to the hip bone. So you can feel it all the way through the waistline on each side. Our next workout is going to be a one weight workout that we do. And there's a really fun exercise that we're going to do in it for the waistline. Well, there's several. So, okay, last exercise. Elbows in, tip forward, knees together. Nice long neck. Don't do that. It's just going to cause pain. Extend, bring it up. You really want to make sure that you press back and hold for just a millisecond. You want to, because you don't want to be just swinging the arms. Lots of people like to just swing the arms. You know, you're doing something, but you're not really working that muscle group as well as you could. So let's make sure we hold it back there just for a second, so that the tricep knows that that's the reason why you're doing this movement, okay? Okay, there's your breathing pattern right there. All right. Okay, so we're going to just set our weights down, and we're going to get a drink. Okay, good job. Okay, I'm going to open and close my fingers just because holding on to weights hurts. Shake them out. Okay, so we're going to do our ab exercise. So I'm only going to use one weight for our abs. And we're going to start all over again. Okay, are we ready? Okay. So we're going to hold the weight at the chest. And we're going to extend out in front of us, and we're going to lift a knee. Okay, so lift a knee, extend chest height. Now, when you do this, I want you to really think about pulling in with the belly button. And we're doing like a little tiny crunch with this too. So I'm rounding my back as I'm extending the weight. Just a little crunch. Because I'm lifting with that knee. That's helping me crunch. Good. All right. Okay, so this one's got 2 moves to it. And we're going to do it on both sides. And you'll see this one standing later on too, I'm sure. We'll do this standing sometime. So fingertip behind the ear, roll the shoulder back. So here, then we're going to bring it over. Good. Here, and then over. Here, and then over. Good. Here, over. Here. Now on the floor, I mean, because we're seated, it's not easy to do because you've really got to think about that balance in the chair. So if the weight gets too much, then you can always just drop the weight and just use your hands, okay? So I've got to open my feet up just a little bit more so that I can get balancing. Okay, so we're gonna do the other side. So this will be our 3rd exercise, doing it. Now roll the shoulder back, don't cheat, okay? And then over, good. Nice. So the next one that we do after this, I'm going to show you 2 ways to do it, okay? But this one, let's get through this one. Side bend. Side bend. Overhead side bend's pretty tough, right? Okay, so here's 2 ways to do it. You can either do it this way, okay? Spread the legs apart and reach down. Remember, you're going from the inside to the outside, or you can lift it up, okay? This way, I like this way because the other way, to me, is a little bit harder on your back because you're leaning over. So I would rather lift my leg, but some people don't like this one because it works more on your lower abs, and it works that hip flexor, that, you know, that little muscle right down below. So it's up to you. Maybe you'll do both. Maybe you'll do one way, wrap round, and then you'll change to the other way. I like this way. And then this way I can look up at you too, without straining my neck. Okay, are we ready? So we're going to start all over again. So we have our 4 movements. Remember, we're going to do our crunch with our press out. Lift 1 knee. I don't ever like to take 2 legs off the floor. You'll see some instructors that have you take 2 legs off the floor in a chair. And I don't do that because I don't believe it's good for your back to do that. If you're older, then more than likely you've had a back injury at one time. So we just try to keep one foot on the floor at all time for stability, and you can work your abs just as well with 1 foot on the floor, okay? So if you watch other videos and that instructor has you take a foot off the floor, just modify, just keep 1 foot on the floor, and just, you know, see if you can't change that exercise just a little bit, just for safety. You're not making it less effective, okay? You're just making it a little bit safer for you. There was a time when I did that, when I took the 2 feet off the floor in the chair, but, you know, I was much younger, and hadn't had a back injury yet. I've never had a severe back injury, but I've hurt myself running, and I've had sciatica, I've had a frozen lower back, you know. But, so I just would rather not go through any of that again, if possible. So I watch this. There we go. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. Arm down. I was going kind of fast. You can really go a lot slower than that. Okay, so I can get better range of motion. That's it. Up and over. Now, are you sitting up tall? And are you smiling? Yeah. You should be happy face. Exercise makes you happy, right? Releases endorphins and makes you happy. You should feel good after workout. You know, I just yesterday, I heard somebody say, boy, if I'm not feeling sick by the time I'm done with my workout, then I know I haven't done a good job. Oh, I forgot my last exercise. Isn't that sad? I forgot what we're gonna do. Oh yeah, I remember now. Good thing, boy. Okay, so I'm gonna do this again. Remember, you can do this. So depending on how you feel. Down you go. Now, when you do this, don't do this with your back rounded, okay? I need you up. I need that chest up as you're going around and around. So this one has its benefits too. What are the benefits of going like this? You're working your lower back when you're doing this. And of course you're working your like little love handles on the outside. And what this one does, and remember your abs are a girdle, so you need to work that lower back as part of the ab girdle. Look at that, I did the whole thing that way. Son of a gun. That's okay, right? Okay, last set of abs. Then we get to move into the legs. So excited. You can tell. Okay, are we ready? Okay, press out, crunch, crunch, out, in, front, blow out, breathe in, blow out, breathe in. There's your breathing pattern. Now, if you're using a heavier weight, you really have to breathe. You know, it's always a good idea to have a couple weights, a couple sets of weights if you have them, to be able to change it up. Because maybe you start with a set of 10s and then move down to a set of 8s. Or maybe you start with a set of 8s and move down to a set of 5s. Or start with a set of 5s and move down to a set of 3s. Whatever your weights are. Your weights are your weights. So I was doing a workout yesterday where I had a pair of 10s and a set of 5s. And we got down to the set of 5s pretty quick because the movements were a lot of straight out. You know, when things are away from your body, it's harder. So I had to get down to those smaller weights, and I was secretly wishing I had a pair of 3s, but I was teaching the class, so I had to act tough and pretend like I could do it all. But we had some moves where I was taking a lot of breaks in between because my shoulders were on fire. But luckily everybody else was doing it too, so I just looked like one of the group. All right, other side. So this one, I kind of am glad we got to do this one a lot because it's a good one. It's really good for that waistline. I like it because I can feel this one. I did this one yesterday in a standing position, and I can feel it all down my sides, under my arm, all the way through my rib cage, down through my hip bone. So you'll probably feel this one later. And what's nice about it is you feel solid. You feel like it's done something. You can feel your muscles like, wow, I feel like I'm really getting firm, you know? And that's how you want to feel. You want to feel like, wow, I've actually done something. Okay, last set, pick how you want to do it. Okay, so we're gonna either go under, well, we're going under no matter what, either forward with the feet down, or you're gonna lift those legs up. So I'm gonna lift my legs up this time, pull in my belly button every time I lift. Otherwise, you're gonna go forward a little bit, pulling in your belly button, and you're gonna work that lower back. So you're working your lower back here too, but just not the same way. And this way you're working those lower abs just a little bit more by lifting up on the leg, working that hip flexor. Okay, and again, you're working those obliques, and you're getting those love handles, but just from a different direction when you're doing it this way. So maybe you changed with me. Maybe you did it this way the first time, and you changed and did it the other way the second time, and now you're doing it this way. All right, so we're gonna put the weight down and get a drink, and then we're gonna get ready for our last set. Okay, so we are gonna stand, just so you know. What we're gonna do is sit to stand to start with. So if you need to get, if you have handles on your chair and you need to put your hands on your chair, you can do that. What I like to do, if you're weak or in your legs, I put the stronger leg closer to me, the weaker leg out in front, and you're gonna put your hands out in front of you. You're gonna press through the weaker leg and come up, and then we're gonna come back down, okay? And we're gonna sit and stand that way. We're gonna do that for 45 seconds. Now, if you have no problem sitting and standing, and you want to use a weight, okay, you can sit and stand with a weight, alrighty, and come back down. I want your bottom to totally hit the chair though. Don't get here and then come back up, because you're defeating the purpose of the squat, because I want booty in alignment with knees. I need you to be all the way down and stand back up for this first exercise, okay? So that's what we're going to do for our first exercise, and then we'll go on from there. So pick your poison, how you want to do your squat. Don't let your knees buckle, okay? We want those knees over your ankles. So either pull that leg in, okay? Stronger legs closer. Otherwise, have them straight apart with or without your weight. This is not a speed contest. I need that tush all the way in the chair every single time. I need you to stand all the way up. Squeeze the bun. Squeeze. Don't make me make you turn around. I want you to squeeze the bun. That's the completion of the rep, is a good squeeze on the buns. I need your quads tight. I need your tush tight, because we've got to ignite that tush. We're working on the powerhouse, and that is your tush, okay? That is how you get up and sit down. We have to be able to get up and sit down for the rest of our life, okay? If you let this go, you're going to be sorry that you have. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. Let's just put that weight in this chair. And I'm going to put the chair out here, okay? And I'm just gonna turn to the side so you can see my leg raise. Okay, I'm gonna do side leg raise. So my opposite knee is bent just a little bit. Don't lock it out. We never lock out a leg, because that cuts off circulation. Okay, this is what it looks like sideways. But you know my room is tiny. There we go. Side. I didn't move my other box that I usually move to give myself a little bit more room, because I was going to be in the chair. Side leg raise. That's it. Getting it out there. It's high as you can go comfortably. Okay, excellent. Okay, so now we're going to do a split squat. So bend the knee that you were just taking out to the side, and we're going to leave the other leg semi-straight. We're going to come down and come back up and squeeze the tush. Down, come back up, squeeze the tush. This tush. So this leg is bent and the heel is up. This leg, you're going to come back up and squeeze this tush. And I'm just holding onto the chair. Good job. My hair's all wonky. Sorry. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to come back to the chair, and I'm going to sit and stand again. So I'm just going to leave my chair where it was. Okay, we're going to sit and stand. Are you ready? I'm ready. Okay, sit and stand. Up and down. Ooh, did you squeeze your buns? I squeezed, but I didn't say it. Can you tell the difference when I don't squeeze? This is not squeezing. And then when I come up and I do squeeze. Can't really tell. I can tell when I do it or not. Makes a big difference. Are you going all the way down? You need to go down. And again, you know, I'm able to go down and back up. I'm not doing it super fast because I want to make sure I totally sit down and I get my high knee in alignment with my knees. How do you build those knees? How do you get the pain out of those knees? Guess what? It's by squatting. Yeah, I know it kind of is a pain at first. Okay, so I'm going to turn my back to you so I can do my other leg. Okay, so I'm going to do a side leg raise. So my inside leg bent just a little bit, not locked out. Outside leg going out so I can get that IT band, stretching that out. Getting that lateral movement. All right, so now I'm going to do that split squat. So last time I did this, so this time I need to do this. Okay, split squat. Okay, so now I'm going to go down. Just going down and up. So everything's bending, squeezing. Oh, can you see that squeeze? Now you can watch that bun squeeze. Of course, I'm all in black, so it's kind of hard to tell. I'm actually squeezing both buns, but because this leg is bent, you don't see it as much. Heel is up on this side. Chin and chest are up as I go down, looking out in front of me. Pulling in my rib cage. All right. So we're going to come out this time and we're just going to open our legs up nice and wide. Okay, toes are pointed out like a ballerina. And we're going to do a nice wide plie squat. Okay, down and up. Too close. I'm not going to sit on my, there we go. Sit on my bed there. Okay, nice and wide. So what I want is our tush to try to get level with our knees. So we want to work that inner thigh. Sorry. Good. I know we're all over the place here with this leg workout, but I wanted to get lots of different little things in. Perfect. Okay, we're going to squat again because this is numero uno on our important things to be able to do. Everything else is gravy. Okay, we're going to squeeze the buns again, right? Okay, get those feet where you need them. Up we go, squeeze. That's it. Squeezing. Take your time. If you get 4 in the amount of time that I do, however many I'm doing, because I'm not counting, that's fantastic, as long as you're going all the way down and coming all the way up. Your goal, if you have problems standing from a seated position, is to try to do 10 a day and then try to be able to do them more independently each time that you do them. Okay, so we're gonna sit and we're just gonna put that weight on this knee. Roll the shoulders back, sit up nice and tall, okay, pull, brace the belly, because we're gonna lift. That's it, just leave that weight there. Don't hold on to that weight, you're just keeping it in place, okay? Because we've got that added weight on that quad, pulling it up, not easy. Pulling up, try not to lean back with it every time. Our torso is leaned back, but it stays where you put it, okay? Our tummy is tight, and we're just hinging at the hip. Woo, okay, other side. Sit up nice and tall, shake it out. That's good. And then we're gonna get the other side. And lift. Okay, feeling it good. That's it. Ooh, you know, you'd think this side, which is my right side, maybe your left side, would be easier to lift, but man, it is not. I can feel it just as much. Maybe I'm on a nerve, I don't know. Holding it in place, trying not to bend forward. You know, my gut reaction is to really cheat. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stand up again. Are you ready for another set of squats? You're thinking, how many are we gonna do? As many as we need to. Okay, going up we go. And back down. Back down. All the way up. Squeeze the tush. And then back down. Maybe you need to take a rest. Maybe you did 2 and you're like, I'm pooped. I did as many as I can. Then take a rest, okay? It's all about form. I don't want you to do a bunch of sloppy ones just trying to keep up. I want you to do the 2 that you can do really, really well and then rest afterwards, okay? That's what it's about. So that you're able to do a whole set maybe 2 months from now, okay? Great, okay, so our last one, we're gonna stand up. I don't know if it's our last one. Okay, I'm gonna look. Oh yes, it is our last one. Okay, toes are gonna be out like a ballerina. Okay, and we're just gonna bend and come back up. So you're not trying to get super low. We're just gonna try to get that inside thigh one more time. Just a little bit. Knees follow toes. Holding on to the chair. We're nice and tall. Don't do this. I don't want you to tip forward. I need your back straight, like your back is up against the wall. You have to keep your head up against the wall, your tush up against the wall, and you're just gonna drop those knees out. Again, you might feel it in those knees, okay? This is gonna help make your knees stronger. Okay, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. This is what's gonna make those knees stronger. Okay, that's it. Shake it out. Okay, there's our workout. Lots of variety, lots of things, lots of work, I know. All right, so get a drink of water, and we're gonna do our 5-minute cool down. So take a seat, you've earned it. And let me find our 5 minutes. Big breath in. Exhale. We're gonna take leg out front, on the heel, toes up towards the ceiling. We're gonna rest on the opposite leg, okay? And we're gonna lean forward, back is straight. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to keep this leg straight, leaning forward, trying to get the stretch behind here, okay? And then we're gonna slowly come back up. Now, you can either cross here at the ankle and put your hands on the inside of your knees and lean forward, opening your chest. Or if you're able to put your leg all the way up here, you can bring it up, making sure your ankle's not on your leg, and then lean forward here. We're trying to get into that hip. Inhale, exhale. Chest towards crossed over leg. Again, we're not rounding. Nice flat back. Looking up. And then I always lean out, but I get knee over ankle, okay? Don't get sloppy. I'm talking to myself. Usually when I say something, I am talking to myself. But, you know, it's a good reminder for everybody in the room. Okay, let's bring ourselves back up. Okay, so if you can, cross it over. Otherwise, you're down here. We're just going to rotate. Just look into the side of the room, working that waistline that we worked so hard. And then we're going to bring ourselves center, and we're going to hold on to the side of the chair. We're going to do a nice little side bend. And then we're going to bring ourselves up, and we're going to uncross those legs. We're going to bring our hands into the center. We're going to push them out. We're going to round the back. Now you get to round your back. Tuck in your chin just a little bit. Don't smash it against your chest. Pull in that belly button. Big inhale, exhale, lift. Not all the way over your head, just out so you can look at it. Lifting the chin a little bit. Okay, inhale, exhale, open up the arms, reach behind you. Hopefully you have a back onto your chair so you can hold onto it. Otherwise, interlace your fingers, lift the chin and the chest. Holding on to those fingers behind you. And we're going to inhale, exhale, bring ourselves up, release, shake those arms. Okay, other leg out. Leaning on the supporting leg, chin and chest are up. Pull that toe in towards your shin. Breathe. Good. Okay, bringing yourself up. Now remember, cross over at the ankle, holding on to the outsides of your knees and coming forward, chest out, or bringing it up, making sure the knee's in alignment with the ankle. Coming forward, chest coming towards that stretched out leg, crossed over leg. That's it. Almost there. Good. All right, gonna bring yourself back up. Okay, now slide that leg down if you need to. Otherwise, you can just cross it over. And we're gonna rotate to the side of the room. What are you looking at? Are you in your house, just looking at a bare wall or a lamp, maybe some kids' pictures, or maybe a curio cabinet, or maybe a door? All right, bringing yourself back to the center. Let's bring ourselves over. I was just looking at a window that goes back into my house. Wasn't very exciting. I should put some nice wallpaper on it because it's actually a closed up window. So when our grandson comes, he can go to sleep because it takes forever for the sun to come down in the summer. Okay, and then bring yourself back. Ah, good. Okay, bring your hands here. Legs together. Okay, give yourself a hug. And bring the arms up. Ah, excellent. Okay, one more. Other arm. Big hug. Arms up. Excellent. Okay, let's breathe. Nice breath. Up. And exhale. Okay, so if you want to keep it small, and then exhale. You don't have to be as enthusiastic as me. And exhale. Excellent. All right, this is Joy from Enjoy Fitness 43. Hope you enjoyed our chair workout today. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.